Okay, the Bubble Buddy conspiracy theory. Let's see what this is all about.
Soap and air. A figure so transparent you can see your own reflection on his face. And when we take a closer look at this sociopath,
I mean, he has a bubble.
we find that this dude could actually be one of the most evil characters in the show. So SpongeBob wakes up one morning totally hyped up because he decided it's Leif Erikson Day. Dude's dressed up like a Viking and is all set to hang out with his friends. But as luck would have it, everyone's got plans. Patrick's out getting more paper, Sandy's booked it south for the winter, and Squidward, well, he's just not down for anything that involves SpongeBob. But a fun fact that they actually didn't mention in the episode, so Leif Erikson Day is actually a real holiday that falls on October 9th. And ironically, that's Squidward's birthday. But anyway, SpongeBob decides if he can't find a friend, he'll just have to make one. Enter Bubble Buddy. A bubble shaped like a dude, because why not? SpongeBob is stoked to have a new buddy, even if he's, well, a bubble. They hit the Krusty Krab and SpongeBob orders the entire menu for Bubble Buddy, even throwing in some extra weird requests because apparently Bubble Buddy's got a very particular palate. Squid and Mr. Krabs are bending over backwards trying to please a bubble, and Bubble Buddy doesn't even speak up, he just lets it happen. Then when Bubble Buddy finally finishes eating, he leaves and pays with bubble money, which is him practically robbing from the Krusty Krab. Then at Goo Lagoon, SpongeBob and
Okay, now that one makes sense, but how else would he expect somebody that's a bubble to pay?
Bubble Buddy unintentionally wreak havoc, from hogging the restroom to causing a beachgoer to literally die because he didn't unbury him. Eventually, the beach crowd does get fed up and forms an angry mob, ready to pop Bubble Buddy to end the madness. But just when he's about to die, Bubble Buddy suddenly springs to life, saves himself from being popped, and pieces out in a bubble taxi, leaving everyone shook, but probably very happy this sociopath left her life. Now, I keep bringing up sociopath because when I was rewatching these episodes, I couldn't help but think back to this one Shane Dawson series where Jake calls his brother Logan a sociopath. Now, being a sociopath, this behavior is often criminal, and it is mostly characterized by misleading people as well as a huge lack of empathy and remorse. But being a sociopath isn't just about them being a bit off or difficult, it means they often engage in behaviors that are straight up illegal, and they're really good at manipulating people. But what mostly stands out if you're
so he might actually be a sociopath then. Damn. I didn't bring that much into it when I watched SpongeBob. Damn, that's crazy.
dealing with a sociopath, they're often in trouble with the law. Like, it's a regular thing for them. They lie a lot and can be really deceptive, making you question your own judgment. They can be quick to anger or violence, which is super concerning, and they really don't feel...
Excuse me, was that just a panda destroying a office? Damn, that's crazy.
any guilt for hurting others, which is probably one of the scariest parts about them. I mean, like, Bubble Buddy makes Squid work harder for no reason, manipulating and exploiting him to achieve whatever it is that he wants, without regard for the effort or well-being of Squidward. Like, this act at the Krusty Krab serves no purpose other than to create hardship and frustration for Squid. When he kills the fish at the beach, he doesn't even care. Like, this profound lack of empathy is exactly what...
Yeah, I mean, he is a bubble, but I mean, yeah, I guess he did come to life. But, like, isn't it crazy how there's theories on everybody in Bikini Bottom? Like, even Old Man Jenkins, which is not even in the show. Like, I think in all the seasons and all the episodes, like, he has, like, altogether, like, 5 minutes of screen time. And there's, like, thousands of episodes. Dude, so, and then there's like Bubble Bass. He's only in like an episode or two, and then Bubble Buddy, he's only in 2 episodes. Like, dude, there's a lot, dude. And then Flats, which is only in 1 episode, but there's the most evidence on this, so I don't know, man.
I'm talking about. The fact it was his job to dig him out and he didn't reflects a significant disregard for anyone. He makes everyone wait outside the bathroom, trying to disrupt social norms and the basic expectations of courtesy. Also the respect for others, their needs, and finally he only decides to move when he was going to die, which shows he only cared about himself at the end. And it's like he decided to leave once everyone just found out he actually could move, because now he just can't take advantage of them the same way he did before. So he just dips. He even leaves SpongeBob, his creator and only true friend, behind. Now we don't hear from Bubble Buddy for a while, not for another 6 seasons later, when a bubble letter wrecks havoc around Bikini Bottom, finally crashing into SpongeBob's house. Turns out it's an invite from Bubble Buddy, tasking him with babysitting duties for his son Shiny. Now SpongeBob is psyched, but little does he know, Shiny is a miniature whirlwind of chaos. First stop is Squidward's place, where Shiny transforms into a one-bubble tornado, flipping Squidward's house upside down. But SpongeBob, having to babysit this guy, is just trying to not get Shiny popped. And Squidward's patience, it's completely non-existent. Next, at the Krusty Krab, Shiny turns the floor into a slip and slide, causing mass customers to wipe out. And Mr. Krabs, seeing dollar signs flying out of the window, just ends up kicking them out. Now Shiny's adventure spree continues through the most bubble dangerous spots in town, like a pin factory, scissor works, and a pitchfork pantry. After a while, SpongeBob did accidentally pop Shiny and morphed him into a two-headed Bubble Boy. Bubble Buddy finally shows up, unfazed by his son having 2 heads, and just bottles up Shiny. Sir, you can't just put your child in a cage. Also, sending your child to someone who's pretty much a stranger that you only knew for a day to take care of does not show how neglectful he is, but also shows the lack of responsibility.
Well, to be fair, he did trust SpongeBob a lot because SpongeBob created Bubble Buddy. So without SpongeBob, he wouldn't even be alive. So obviously he trusted him.
And concern for the well-being of Shiny by placing him in the care of someone who, no offense, but is like SpongeBob. And Shiny, much like his father, does not express any guilt or remorse for anything he did to the fish of Bikini Bottom. And being a sociopath himself too, he didn't even care for his well-being when he went inside all these factories. While genetics can contribute to the risk of developing sociopathic behaviors, it is only one piece of a larger puzzle. Environmental factors and individual life experiences play a significant role in shaping personality and behavior. And when your life experiences are based around your dad, who's pretty much a criminal, it might just shape you differently. And you see, in the Bubble Town episode, we find out that this man doesn't and has never used actual money to pay for anything. It starts with a tour of Bubble Town, this whimsical city made entirely of bubbles. And SpongeBob is geeking out over this place. He's checking out the bubble cars, the bubble offices, bubble food, but then enters Bubble Buddy, SpongeBob's old pal, looking all bummed because his scooter got a flat tire. SpongeBob, being the bubble genius he is, pulls out his bubble wand and transforms a scooter into a motorcycle. Naturally, everyone wants a piece of SpongeBob's bubble magic for their own gear. But then SpongeBob's bubble spree turns chaotic when he accidentally steps on some bubble puppies. This leads to a slapstick disaster across Bubble Town, and SpongeBob then gets grabbed by the Bubble Town cops and thrown into the slammer. Meanwhile, Mr. Krabs, sensing his money-making machine, aka SpongeBob, is missing, he dashes to Bubble Prison to bail him out. But things go south really fast. They attempt a jailbreak, ending with Mr. Krabs accidentally destroying the entire town. Feeling guilty, SpongeBob is ready to drown in his own bubble tears. But Bubble Buddy swoops in with a giant bubble soap solution. Together, they reinflate Bubble Town, bringing it back to its former glory. Mr. Krabs, seeing an opportunity, opens up a bubble version of the Krusty Krab, but quickly finds out that
Of course he would. Anything to get more money, right?
bubble money doesn't translate to real cash. So, the bubble money is not real money. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you bringing this up? We already found this out in the first episode of Bubble Buddy. Well, I just wanted to prove my point more that this is all this man uses. And Mr. Krabs is not the only person he's ripped off. In Mall Girl Pearl, Pearl hits up her friends trying to hang out, but they're all stuck at their jobs, which gives Pearl the idea to get a job of her own. Cut to Krabs, who's already bracing his wallet just from the sight of Pearl, but when she announces her job hunting mission, instead of asking for cash, it's like Christmas came early for him. And still though, Pearl manages to pry $10 out of him. Now, the job hunt is a montage of misadventures, but throughout the episode, there are 2 moments that really caught my attention. Let me show you the first one. Did you see it? Here, I'll play it again. What is Bubble Buddy doing up there? And with a bag? Like, bro has no money to even be at the mall. I cannot believe.
Dude, how did he how did that catch his attention more than like what's actually happening in the scene? Like, I watched that one like 3 times before. Not once did I notice that.
This man is still scamming 11 seasons later. Like, is this any way to show your child a way of living? Now, this dude is low-key one of the
Whoa, you don't know if he bought that or not.
characters in SpongeBob. And his kid Shiny just keeps the same chaotic legacy alive, proving that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But through all this madness, from ghosting with Bubble Cash to causing chaos in Bikini Bottom, it shows you that these two are really just out here living their worst lives, scamming and manipulating people without a second thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of Bubble Buddy. Is this guy so...
Nah, he's cool.